Save the date. 18th of November 2023 at Elise Convention Center. You Deserve It Foundation present Edie's Winter Enchantment Ball. This is the Top Lovers St. Martin edition, featuring artists Tishon, Hunnely, Juju V, Ray Laufer, and Randy Leroy. And of course, we're gonna have the #1 DJ from Curacao, DJ RO1. For the pre-show, we will have our own control band plus entertainment from Mr. Jack. Make sure you're there. Ticket outlet are Judy's Bar, Van Dorp Madame Estate, La Cayeta Restaurant, and Nos Deseo Truc de Pan Cahill. Get your early bird tickets now for only $30. This will be a night to remember. The 18th of November, be there at Edie's Winter Enchantment Ball.
Want to perfect your beauty skills? Look no further. URSM candidate Julian Rolox Jr. presents to you the opportunity to attend a free makeup class where you will learn the basics of makeup application with the young professional Miss Michaela Peterson. Spaces are limited. To join, register on October 14, 2023 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Julian Rolox Jr. headquarters on Arch Road in Sucker Garden. A goodie bag with supplies along with a certificate of completion will be presented at the end of the class. To participate, you must be 18 years or older and provide a valid form of identification. For more information, please contact 1721-588-1216. We encourage and empower young entrepreneurs.
My name is Julian Roloff Jr. and I endorse this message.
At SXM, we're taking travel and tourism to new heights. Here we boast spacious check-in areas, 10 passport control points, comfortable departure lounges, and an exciting new airport mall. Finally, there's an airport in the Caribbean that takes your travel plans as seriously as you do. Princess Juliana International Airport. The experience will move you.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. I'm your documented host, Andrew Dick, and of course, it is all about what's happening on the lovely island of St. Martin. We begin with some breaking news. Minister of VSR, Omar Otley, has jumped on the bandwagon of suing our latest big mouth from St. Martin, from Santo Domingo, from Paris, from Congo, from Zimbabwe, from Uruguay, maybe halfway from Suriname also, maybe Guyanese also. Do I have to continue? Of course, Olivier Arenel, as another injunction has been filed against the social media influencer, or I should say the WhatsApp representative, or I should say the WhatsApp spokesperson of his group, St. Martin Freedom for Change. Now, the injunction that was filed, first they had some issues with filing, well, at least serving Mr. Arinel with the papers because he told the bailiff that he does not preside in St. Martin. He does not preside in St. Martin, the same St. Martin he, loves and fights for and will die for and will, represent and endorse and fix the country and give it back to you, the people. He does not preside here, so therefore you can't sue him because he's not presiding in St. Martin. That's a good cop-out. However, the papers were served, and a case is set up for either next week or the week after. But that is Minister Omar Otley versus Mr. Olivier Arinel. That case has been filed, hence the reason why you see 200 videos on the minister today, and I'm sure you're going to see it from now on until Friday when he has the court case, this upcoming Friday, against Severa Jacobs, our Prime Minister, who is determined, relentless, to bring this to court, as Mr. Arinel did ask for a continuation for January, at the end of January, that he won't be in St. Martin until January 2024. However, Sylvia Jacobs, I think her words were, "I just don't give a... I don't give a toot." Therefore, the case will continue this upcoming Friday, and he would have to then join via a video link. However, he said he will be in the bushes, so there won't be any Wi-Fi. But at least he'd let us know from now. However, some lawyers have contacted me. One particular lawyer, big-time lawyer in St. Martin, was contacted by Mr. Arinel, and he gave an explanation as to why he should be represented by this particular lawyer for this upcoming Friday. And the lawyer refused the case because I think his words were, "I can't lie." It's unwinnable. It's not realistic, and it is proven slander because he cannot prove most of the things that he said in the videos against the Prime Minister, or I should say citizen Silvera Jacobs. Now, I'm hearing that the good gentleman is trying to sue for damages. I don't know how he thinks he's going to sue for damages for something that he said, but he feels that, these documents that he leaked to his personal group and his personal group leaked to the public is infringing on his rights as a St. Martiner, the same St. Martiner that doesn't live in St. Martin. You staying with me? You still with me? You still understand the timeline? Yeah? Okay. Now, yesterday, the good gentleman went on a whole tirade due to the fact that I spoke about his case being in the Daily Herald. It was in the Daily Herald. I didn't make it up. I just reported the news because that's what I do. I report what happens in St. Martin. Whether I'm from here or not, that doesn't matter. I just report what happens. And what happened yesterday was that he was on the front page of the Daily Herald with his court case set for this upcoming Friday. Now he gets a fit, as always, and he went personal, and I don't care because I'm not running for public office. So it doesn't matter to me because I think we all have freedom of speech, the same argument that he's going to use in court or not of freedom of speech. And I think that I should be allowed freedom of speech also, unless I'm part of the St. Martin Freedom for Change group and I voice my opinion and then I get kicked out. Yeah, I think that's what you call censorship, but I don't know. Maybe his followers won't understand, won't get it. They would go like, oh, I'm picking on the good gentleman. So I'll stick to the facts. So in case you missed the article, and for those who don't like to read, we decided to let an AI read it for you so that you can understand what this case is all about this upcoming Friday. AI, explain please.
Prime Minister Sylvaria Jacobs is preparing to go to court to enforce rectification and an apology from businessman Olivier Arundel, who has repeatedly accused her of being corrupt. The petition for summary proceedings, filed with the Court of First Instance on October 18, scrutinizes 29 videos made by Arundel. Jacobs fears that Arundel intends to influence the outcome of the upcoming general elections with his multimedia attack on the governing authority, as can be deduced from the introduction to the petition. It starts as follows. For several weeks now, Arundel has been circulating almost daily videos, audio recordings, and WhatsApp messages in which he makes all kinds of statements about local government officials, parliamentarians, other politicians and third parties. And it has been the talk of the town. The start of the distribution of the image and sound material, said attorney Melinda Hove on behalf of Prime Minister Jacobs, comes shortly after the Prime Minister's announcement on August 30, 2023, that the general elections will take place on January 11, 2024. The fact that Arundel repeatedly insinuated that he will endorse an election candidate or appear on the list of a political party himself means, according to the plaintiff, that this provides Arundel's probable motive for his accusations. Arundel is reported to have a number of group chats, with several hundred people per chat, in which he shares videos, audio recordings and messages. This material is then forwarded to third parties by Arundel himself or other group members and then spreads like wildfire, attorney Hove pointed out. The petition further focuses on the nature of those statements that are offensive, diffident and unnecessarily offensive to Jacobs, her partner and other family members. According to Jacobs' lawyer, her right to honor and good name has been violated. To illustrate this claim, a video from September 12, 2023, is cited in which Arundel said, "This is the plan that I have. This is why we are exposing the corruption that is going on. Because when you have Ardwell, when you have Doran, when you have Rolando Brisson and the Prime Minister, all of them in one collusion together, as a group of gangs that is basically giving this country out to the Italians and all the highest gangsters and mafias that is walking around in this place, then the people of St. Martin can't get nothing." In another video, Arundel outright called the Prime Minister a corrupt woman, saying, "Let me show you how corrupt this woman is." Arundel addressed the neighborhood where the Prime Minister lives. "You all people in Dutch Quarter, either you are all blind or can't see. The Dutch Quarter people them, Sylvaria Jacobs don't care about you all up in Dutch Quarter, because she's busy building that big house behind Emilio Wilson Park. Yeah, she built a house up there." Arundel, who has presented himself as a spokesperson for the victims of Dwayne Carbon's alleged Ponzi scheme, claims that Carbon et al., who owe their clients some $10 million, enjoy protection from the Prime Minister and other members of the Council of Ministers. They are the ones that have been giving this guy Dwayne Carbon protection. The largest Ponzi scheme in St. Martin was done by Dwayne, who has gotten assistance and help by Doran, who has gotten assistance and help by Minister of Finance Ardwell to rip off the people of St. Martin more than $10 million. If I am wrong, prove me that I am wrong. Madam Prime Minister, you should be ashamed of yourself. Further mentioning Minister of Public Housing, Spatial Planning, Environment and Infrastructure Romy Egbert Doran, Minister of Finance Ardwell Irian and Prime Minister Jacobs in relation to the Carbon Grove fiasco, Arundel said they are complicit. "You all are aid and abet. You are all criminals. This is why we cannot wait on the prosecutor's office to do the jobs of the St. Martin people. We have to do the jobs for ourselves. We have to do the jobs and eradicate these people for ourselves." Jacobs' attorney points out that this last phrase is extremely serious and intense in nature, concluding that Arundel is de facto inciting the public to violence. After all, he states that the people must take matters into their own hands, the attorney pointed out. Moreover, Arundel asked the public to eradicate Irian, Doran and Jacobs. The common thread, the lawyer concluded in the petition, is that Arundel repeatedly portrays Jacobs as a corrupt politician in his videos, audio recordings and messages. He accuses Jacobs of being a direct or indirect business partner of Dwayne Carbon or Carbon Acquisition Group and therefore having financially benefited from Carbon's alleged unlawful activities. This apparently enabled her to build a large home behind Emilio Wilson. This infringes on Jacobs' right to honor and good reputation. However, it did not stop at allegations of corruption alone, according to Jacobs' attorney, who stated in the petition, Arundel has managed to dedicate an entire video to Jacobs and alleged sexual harassment within her cabinet. He asks why Jacobs' cabinet consists of 98% women. He also asks why these women keep quitting their jobs, given the fact that it is one of the best-paid offices in St. Martin. The lawyer pointed out that Arundel is trying to establish a connection between the dismissal or departure of Jacobs' staff and sexual harassment by Jacobs. Arundel also shared personal information about the Prime Minister online, going so far as to claim that Jacobs was abused as a child and has suffered psychological problems as a result, which contributed to her becoming a lesbian. Arundel's accusations are not only unnecessarily offensive, exaggerated and downright tasteless, these statements do not contribute in any way to the general interest and the public debate on policy topics, the attorney concluded. After a month, Jacobs had had enough. On October 6, 2023, Attorney Hove sent a letter to Arundel on behalf of the Prime Minister, summoning him to immediately stop making videos, sound recordings and messages that could be considered slander, libel or unlawful. It was demanded that Arundel publicly apologize within 24 hours of receiving the letter, specifically stating that his statements were not based on the truth. Arundel responded within the hour, stating that he is invoking the right of freedom of expression. He invited the lawyer to make the case bigger. If you and Prime Minister Jacobs and her girlfriend somehow find a way to get this matter admissible, it will help my case of eradicating the corruption in her government under her watch. I am sincerely asking you to make this matter bigger. Arundel then made a video showing the email and letter, along with his comments. According to lawyer Hove, a flood of videos and messages followed as revenge against Jacobs, because she sought legal help, with the law firm Hove Rogers also becoming a target of unfounded allegations. Because it appears that Arundel does not intend to stop his unlawful conduct, Jacobs will request the judge in summary proceedings to sentence Arundel to rectification in the Daily Herald. The following text is demanded. I, Olivier Emmanuel Arundel, would like to announce the following. I have called Ms. Sylveria Jacobs corrupt, repeatedly and publicly. This accusation is unfounded and consequently I herewith retract the accusation in question. This correction should appear on one of the first 3 pages of the Daily Herald within 24 hours after the verdict, along with 3 separate corrections regarding 1. Carbon Acquisition Group, 2. Sexual harassment of government officials, 3. Statements about Jacobs' sexual orientation. Under penalty of forfeiture of US $5,000 per day, the lawyer demands that the total of 4 corrections by Arundel be recorded as video messages and handed over to Prime Minister Jacobs. The maximum penalty is set at $1 million. A date for the summary proceedings has not yet been published.
Now, first of all, the pronunciation of the AI is hilarious. It's not hover, it's Hoover. And it's not Bison, it's Bryson. But, you know, AI, what else do you know? They don't know no good. They're just a voice that just reads and can't pronounce properly.
At least my name is not synonymous with penis,
what?
member, organ,
is that
conker,
even...
dong, joystick, phallus,
wait a minute
weenie,
now.
wang, schlong, or words like
wait,
willy.
That's hate speech.
Now I understand why Olivier Arundel thinks you're a fuck.
Wow. An AI cussing me off on my own show. That's how dangerous they is. They're coming for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming to deport your fuck and send your Surinamese back to where
You
your
went
illegal
there?
belongs.
AI, you went there.
I can go everywhere, Mr. Dick. Don't
Okay.
test me.
Good AI. Good AI.
Much better.
All right. The case is on Friday. We're going to see what happens. Of course, we'll see what the result will be. So for now, we'll put that aside.
You know what?
There is some other...
Parliament right here would love nothing better than to say, let's allocate 10 million guilders towards helping our issues in social needs and so on. But how are we to do that when we have all of these conditions of, well, you can't get more liquidity, you need to cut, you need to do this. Many of us feel like we're in a position where we can't fully extend our ability to legislate.
But my decision is to stay where I'm at. At the end of the day, the way that MP Rolando Bryson leads, he allows me to work. He gives me that freedom to work. It's not always a phone call of pressure or do this, do that, don't do this, and that's part of the reason that I'm able to produce.
Any of the difficulties that this government faces today, I didn't sit down, do nothing, and have my staff write press releases. No, I got up and asked myself from opposition benches, what can I do? So I read my constitution, the one I swore to uphold, which gives us the rights to bring laws, to bring amendments, interpellation rights, inquiry rights. So we asked ourselves the questions at the time, what have we done? Regardless of...
He has represented this country qua what is expected of a parliamentarian professionally, and I can align myself with that.
Simply gone through a very difficult economic time and are simply asking of the tax department an opportunity to have a payment plan. And it seems that this is really done kind of like if they feel like how you talk to them, it's extreme.
St. Martin, we probably go far, and we know, search for a sign of a change, a chino. You know it got days when you feel like a zero. I woke up this morning, but feel like Mark Mingo. Tomorrow be a better day. Respect is the key, education gon' matter, so don't you try to run away. St. Martin, the place where the food is good, the people is good, the music is good. We living like we on a roll. They try to take us down, but I'm thinking could they really though? Misunderstood. Oh Lord, help us protect ourselves, help us look in ourselves. We're searching for what they call the fire that's in ourselves. I just want to see the best from my motherland. I just want the whole world here to understand that we came from the bottom of the sewer, now we heading way up, high up unto Wonderland. Opportunity is yours, so make it happen. Take an action, change.
Some of them even say, is the guns on one go, so they won't let me play, and they blaming polio. Who they think they could fool, all we know they better do fast. Polio or no polio, man we won, we must. Mama when they hear, they go get the carnival. Oh, all masqueraders on here. Well they didn't care if it was official, but they start turning beasts on the street. And they start to jump around, and they start to tumble down, and they fall on the ground. If you see how they came,
But what was so comical in the midst of bacchanal?
rain comes and wash out Martin Day. Who they think they could fool, all we know they better do fast. Polio or no polio, man we won, we must. Mama when they hear, they go get the carnival. Oh, all masquerade.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais là? Qu'est-ce que tu fais là? But sorry, no sir. They got this game tonight and I can't miss it. Me and my boy, we gotta watch the game, So I bringing this in. You check? Alright, let me watch your leg go.
Sir, sorry. Why so difficult? Look, I'm watching TV here on my phone with the Tel TV Plus app. You really gotta upgrade.
Okay, so Miss, tell me about the Tel TV Plus. I hear about this.
Okay. So once you apply for Tel TV Plus,
Okay.
you can enjoy it anytime on the go.
Anytime.
Anytime.
On the go?
On the go. You simply download the app, log into your account at any time, sit back and enjoy. You will never have to miss your match.
Yo, bus driver, take me back to tell him now, please.
Never employ AIs. I don't want them no more. I don't want them no more. All right. Don't you even dare say anything anymore. All right. Now, there is some advice that I got yesterday for politicians and for the government, and this is from a well-known businessman. He's been doing business in St. Martin over 30 years, and it's pretty interesting, I must say. So take a listen to it, and this is his suggestion.
Gentlemen from St. Martin and ladies, stop these two contracts. Give to the St. Martin people 6 months improve and after permanent. But the same way you are permanent, the same way you're gonna get fired, because nobody gonna fire a good employees. If you don't behave, the company have all the right to fire you by paying you, okay, 1 week per year, so you don't take advantage and nobody take advantage. But everybody have a right to be permanent, because it's not right. People who come from outside is permanent, and we local, we are not permanent. But let's put the thing in the right way. 6 months improve and permanent. And the same way you get permanent, the same way you get fired. For the people who want to invest in St. Martin, don't ask to them 200,000 paper, sense office, who was your uncle, who was your husband, who was your, how many times you divorced, who was your country, where you born, where you, no, don't do that. Copy of the passport, okay, and police record. And every year for every manager you bring, you pay 10,000 guilder every year for a foreigner manager, and this money go to the community of St. Martin. Give the facility, please, to the investors to come in St. Martin easy. Send some office, ID, not ID, copy of the passport and police record. And of course, see where the money comes from the bank, if they are clean or they are not clean. So simple. Why you just complicate things so easy? I would like to understand this. This is a message from somebody who lives in St. Martin for 35 years. Thank you.
All righty then. Welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. Of course, we continue to have so much fun with the election season coming up. Don't forget. So, up next, we have the 22nd of November, we have Postulation Day, which is Nomination Day, Postulation Day. That's when all the political parties bring the list to the Electoral Council, main voting bureau. They bring in the list of 23 or less. There is some shuffling that is happening every single where. You have people who normally on one party jump to the next party. It's like the NBA draft, but worse. They going all over the place, so don't be surprised when the final day comes, the 22nd of November, and you see people that you never expect on a particular list. There are some names that I have never seen in my life, and I would like to let the new candidates know that don't take it personal when I say, who are you? Where have you been? What have you done? Just because I've been covering politics for quite some time, so if I never seen you before and you just jump in, just like 2 foot in, not even one leg in, not even reach out for an interview, or at least, you know, send a CV, put it out, something to the sort. But then to come up with these tacky ass slogans, you know, giving St. Martin back, or this double-sided, and the person have glasses on, or unlocking potential. And wait a minute, your party is in government. Unlocking what? Wait, they locked it in? And only now they're unlocking it because you're a candidate? Like, think before you make a slogan. And why are we having slogans for every damn politician? There's 23 candidates. That means I have to remember 23 slogans? Severa Jacobs, bringing you what? Prosperity. Then you got Sharendi Doran, fixing your roads. Then you got Rudolph Samuel, education last. Then you have Minister Atwell Irion, love the Dutch, only takes their advice. Then you have Minister Omar Otley, Minister of everything. Then you got, who else you got? Minister violinist from Holland, whatever Holland says. Then you have Minister Anna Richardson, justice workers, soon, very, very soon, dot. Do I continue? I mean, hey, don't let me start with the parliamentarians. I should start with the parliamentarians. That would be hilarious. William Marlin, replacement, Ringer Rosie. How you call that the chair? The chair game? What's the name of the chair? Musical chairs. Yeah. Hyundai, come in. Your turn. Come in, Hyundai. Come. Ringer Rosie. Your turn. Hi. Another Marlin. Then you got Hyson Richardson. Huh? Yeah, that's it. Huh? Like, how do you spell it? H-U-H ... Huh? That's it. Hey, that's a shirt right there. That's a shirt. Do we get a slogan from Ludmila the Weaver? Again? Yeah, because she's running, but yeah, PFP. Before she was, up. Before she was a minister. Which one? So, again? And then, of course, my favorite, Melissa Gomes. Boxes or briefs? You never know. It depends. Depends on the day. Yeah? Rian Peterson, lawyer who can't make laws. That should be the slogan. Do I continue? Oh, Rolando Bryson, short. That's it. Short. Then let's go with Kuki Beilani, the President of Parliament. Front Street. That's it. Sarah Westcott Williams, 200 going strong. I don't know what that means, okay? Don't you dare call me an ageist. Listen, stop it. 200 and going strong. I would like to thank one of the founding members of St. Martin for her continued support towards the continuation of building St. Martin. We thank you for your service, Sarah. Auntie Sarah, you're still my hero. Get it? Because it's a song. Anyway, are you too young? Then you have, of course, Krisha Heiliger Martin. Theo says. Yeah. Theo says. Yeah, that's a good one. George Pantaflet. Somebody told me. Angelique Matis Romu. Vampire. I don't care what nobody tell me. Vampire. Don't age. Vampire. Angelique Romo in 1999. Here. Angelique Romo in 2023. Here. Same thing. Vampire. She bathes in somebody's blood. I don't know who, but she bathes in somebody's blood. I don't know who providing the blood. I don't know where she getting the blood from, but she bathed in somebody's blood. Akeem Arinel. That's Aki Marinal. That's his slogan. Christopher Emmanuel. Okay, I got it. Where? Like 3 times. Where? Means he complains all the time. Get it? Where. That's how we can call it, yes. Any other MP I'm missing? Yeah, I think, yes. Of course, yeah, Claudius Boncampo, suspended, but coming back soon. So, yeah. And then Chanel Brownbill, thank you, Boncampo. Yeah. Thank you, Boncampo. Thank you. You're the best. You rock. Anyway, I dragging on. Do I have any other MMP? You know, they got 15 of them, and you know, some of them are. Let me see. Oh, Ludmina Duncan. No, she retiring, so I gotta leave her alone. She retiring. Let's just like make more TikTok videos. It's my favorite. Touch. Bring, please. Bring Krisha with you, please. When you're retiring, bring her with you now. Bring her with you, please. Anyway, welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. Let's begin.
The famous courthouse section of the structure, and also the entrance to the famous boardwalk.
And again, for the taxis, they do cooperate the most of the time, they do. So we don't have much problem with them. There's also an agreement with them when they could come in, when they could move, and when the chain is down, how to deal with that. That's not an issue. But we're talking about most of those who like a park on the side. Again,
okay, so that's
imagine this being a fire truck fire department have to pass on this alley at the moment.
Okay.
And how difficult it is just having that particular van there in the corner.
Okay. You see, so this is what you mean by, you know, persons doing what they want.
Yeah, for them it's convenient. I understand it's convenience.
Yeah, because it's close to the job or whatever.
Yeah, I will close wherever they're going.
Yeah. Okay, now, again, you know, people have the tendency of saying, hey, listen, give me 3 seconds, give me 5 seconds.
Give me 5 seconds, I'm just going right there.
I just go in there for a couple of minutes. But of course, that is the problem. That's the main problem. Because you know, if everybody does it, it creates a chain effect.
I'm gonna even look at the cones. Remember, these are not cones placed by us. Okay, and this is a new phenomenon now that the parking on the sidewalk have brought with it.
Yeah, I see. But wow. Never really noticed them until now.
You didn't notice, right?
Because, you know, I swear, I thought the police is the ones that...
Oh, no. If you notice, most of them advertise their stores and using that as the main way of stopping the others from parking on the sidewalk.
And of course, the different... yeah, because usually parking happens here a lot.
Yes, and that's why these guys, whoever the business is, has gone over to doing this. It's a cause and effect.
All right. Okay, I see it. Now, as far as persons actually being fined for this, is it allowed?
And again, the fine is one of the last options we're using now lately. What we're going to do, most likely, we're going to have a conversation concerning the cones.
Yeah.
The community officer, so that's why I'm waiting on him also to reach. He's going to have a conversation concerning the property owners concerning the cones.
Yeah.
Because you just can't take on your own and just close it off either.
Okay, so most of these cones are not supposed to be here.
No, they're not supposed to. I'm just saying, in not too much words, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Also, we talked talked about the alleys and also the structures that being. Yeah, well, yeah. Like for example, look at here. There's not a car there.
There's the alleys.
Yeah.
I understand. Now look at the two cars blocking the two alleys. Yeah, you understand? Nobody thinks about the risk if there's a fire in between the alley or to the last building.
Yeah.
How does the emergency service get there?
Yeah.
It sounds easy, but until something happens, then you would understand.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, but again, if you never take the time and look at it, you would understand. Eh?
Yeah.
I understand most likely this is one of the owners them. He used most likely the sidewalk as his private parking.
Yeah. But you can't do that because this is again.
It is a public walkway. What we have noticed now, because of these tendencies, it forces most of the tourists to walk on the road.
Yeah. And while cars also traffic is ongoing traffic all the time, and that's why you said that it's supposed to be only for ongoing traffic.
Ongoing traffic.
Actually, when you look at it, the cones, it makes this place really look like bad.
It's something that just happened lately, and again, like I said, cause and effect. Eh? The owners don't want them parking in front of the store, but so to avoid that, they start with the cone project. That's what I call it.
Wow. You have some stores that are closed, so right in front of the stores that are closed, people tend to also park in front of that store.
In front of the store.
That's not allowed.
Again, Front Street is no parking area with exceptions. There are exception locations that you can.
Okay.
But on the sidewalk is always a no-no. Let's start there.
Yeah. Like here, for example.
Here still, I think this was the old part of Seaview Hotel. I know this part was like the other hotels has a part whereby you could park. You could have just, but again, as usual, to drop off and pick up someone. That's where the taxis them use.
Yeah.
They use the corner to avoid stopping the free flow of traffic.
I see. And then what about the parking signs?
There are some signs around, but let's be specific. This is Romy's task always to replace them. The police have to just show where the signs have to go.
Yeah.
The police do not put up signs. Let's get that specific.
Okay, police does not put up signs. Romy
puts up the sign. We give advice where the sign should go.
All right. What about this car? This car is...
Again, the car, if you look at the sidewalk is clearly marked. The part of the sidewalk is where the contest where you'll be able to park. Even the road shows you how.
Okay.
If you notice, this is how, especially for the way the hotel was, so the clients could stop on the side, leave them out in the past. That was the idea behind it.
Yeah. But now it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because look, the same way you have tourists walking on the road
while they had to be part of they could have passed.
They could have passed, yeah. Okay.
And we're gonna go on this side of the road because these are the main issues we are having. Eh?
Yeah.
These are the main issues.
Okay.
This is totally the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And now what it forces them closer to the shop or on the road.
Both, but more on the road.
More on the road.
Yeah. So this is what you mean by...
This is what I totally mean by using the sidewalk as your own private parking space.
Yeah. Okay.
As we go down a little further, you're going to see it only gets more complicated as we go. We're not going to go too far down, but it's just for you to see the idea that what effect it has.
And the cones.
And again, as one person see the cones, they're going to do the same thing going all the way down.
Does it, yeah. It caused the chain.
Cause and effect.
No, this is what I mean, where this business is closed, for example, and then you have a ban there. So yeah.
The question is, where is he? On the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk. Yeah.
It's literally on the sidewalk.
What's up, my brother?
How you doing, sir? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We good. So we forcing. Guess now if there's a car here, a car vehicle there, where does the person who walks have to go?
On the road. And yeah, this is straight in front of the church. Oh my God, 4 cars. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see
not even on the church. My point of view is it's on the sidewalk, people. It's on the sidewalk.
And it's not for a couple seconds.
As you could notice, these persons most likely are working or waiting for someone somewhere.
Yeah.
If you, a couple seconds, someone would be in the car waiting.
Yeah. And again, this is on the sidewalk.
Totally on the sidewalk.
Yes, on the sidewalk.
And now I'm enforcing me where I have to go now.
Yeah, on the road.
But it's a concept of trying to get the public to understand it has its hazards. Huh?
Yeah.
It comes with its hazards.
And it does. I mean, just take a look at
and what it costs.
Yeah, everybody just have to walk. And this is what, after 12 o'clock? What time is it?
And today it's good, and it's good still compared to the normally.
Really?
Yes, it is, because most of the time now that the cones are there, it forces the cars to keep ahead driving.
Oh.
This time of the day, with this amount of tourists, this whole road will be full with cars, all the way up.
Okay, so what do you want the public to do?
Again, we want to cooperate. We're asking again. We've been asking for the longest while to assist us in not doing this. This has effects on the emergency service if something happened. And it has a bad view for Phillipsburg.
Yeah.
The question is going to be, yeah, but where you want me to park? The $1,000 question, eh?
Yeah.
There are options if you want to walk, because you can't park by telling parking lot.
Yeah.
It costs you nothing.
Yeah.
Or you go to the paid parking lot, or there's free parking lot on the back of on the Nisbet Road.
Yeah, and the post office also.
Our post office parking lot.
Yeah.
So there are possibilities, but the question is, do you want to?
Yeah. Yeah. I see what you mean. Now, of course, the going into, well, we are in the busy season, so it means that this doesn't help.
This just makes our job a little more complicated. And with that being said, we have reached nearly the end of our rope. We have been tired of talking and conversating and explaining. Sooner or later, you're going to reach a point whereby you have to do something about it. And you can consider it a warning, you can consider it a fact, but we are going to take care of this problem sooner or later.
Yeah.
Our conversation a while ago, most of us don't want the cars on Front Street as long as it's not our car.
Correct.
They don't want the police talking about our car, anybody else's car.
Everybody else, yeah. Correct.
Not my own.
Yeah. But and that causes again a trickle effect, because at the end of the day, it becomes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just count 6 cars.
6 cars. And the question is, if I find this particular person, guess what the first question is going to be? Why me?
Why me and
not they?
Yeah. Why not me? Yeah. Okay.
We're trying to dumb down the risk of scooters in and out of Phillipsburg because of the robberies we had down Maho and those places. So in the next coming weeks, for sure, also any scooter that comes into Phillipsburg would be tackled there. We're going to try to stop and control.
Okay.
As long as the possibility is there, we're going to stop and control. Again, today is a good day. I don't see much vehicles on the boardwalk, but this also is one of the places that we get a lot of headaches with during normal operations whereby people come on the boardwalk. We understand that you have to do deliveries. My advice is always coordinate this with a community officer. I know the businesses have to go ahead and make their turnover, but if you coordinate this could be easily fixed, that everybody knows how to be on the boardwalk every 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Boardwalk has this main issue whereby if there's a tourist area, if someone is not being observant, they can be struck by one of these vehicles that uses the boardwalk as their place to get the driveway.
But I mean, police have been monitoring this for quite some time, and what really made you step up the action now to actually let people know that they should stop these type of practices, because they know it's wrong. Well, I would hope so, that they know that because if you have a vehicle, that means you went to drive-in school, and I'm sure they told you about the rules. Is this also part of the second-hand vehicle park there?
Again, I see that they're busy with the construction.
Yeah.
If you're going to park here, most likely he's going to need a permit also as normally. So most of the time, that's also regulated. Okay. But at the end of the story, it's mostly those who come, drive, park, as if this is their own personal parking space.
Okay. Now, of course, the you said of the action.
Yeah, let's talk about the action a little bit.
Let's talk about
action. The different divisions have come up with a plan for the next coming weeks, and that's why we're asking again to avoid the long faces, the anger, and the discussions. We are asking most of those who are coming to Phillipsburg to use the legal parking spaces.
Yeah.
I'm specifically seeing on the legal parking spaces.
Emphasis on legal.
Illegal.
Yeah.
The sidewalks, the alleys are not the legal parking spaces.
Yeah.
They just hinder, giving the community officer and the police only more extra headaches that they don't need. And it is a safety issue. They don't see it. They say it as a convenient issue, but it is a safety issue.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, we had different examples whereby they had vehicles blocking entrances where, you know, if there's a fire breakout or the ambulance has to come, or even police has to respond to something, they can't even go into the...
Can't go through the alleys.
And that connects everything.
And it is, like I said again, it has a reaction because the shop owners, the business owners are going to do something else to combat that effect of having their businesses blocked by vehicles.
No, I can't imagine that, you know, persons would be driving on the boardwalk.
You would be amazed.
During the day.
You would be amazed.
I mean, at night, you know, I see, you know, some people take a chance because, you know, the way it's connected, you don't have any boulders, you know, stopping you.
Mm-hmm.
So you just take the chance. But that it happens?
There was, it was decided in certain locations where you could have come onto the boardwalk where there was no signage. Specifically, that was one of the places we decided, you know something, at the beginning at the small pier in the beginning, not to put signs there telling them, listen, you can't go in there to come on the boardwalk. Guess what? What's the use having a sign and no one really thinks it's not, what value does it have?
Yeah.
And the question gonna be, yeah, but where your police? What are you doing about it?
Yeah.
We can't be all over.
We can't be all over. And you know, sometimes you need citizens to be responsible.
And this is for asking for the responsibility. Be the good corporate citizen.
Yeah.
It's all about that alone.
Yeah.
The police are not there to go find no one. Believe me, that's not our first choice.
Yeah.
We prefer that let's conversate about this. Let's have a talk about this. Let's explain why we shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. And,
it's a carrot and the stick, eh? The stick is the last thing you want to always use.
Yeah. But you know, once they notice that there's no consequences.
The consequences, yeah.
You know, people take chances, and I guess that's where it falls.
And the consequences is not the issue. The issue is mostly where the blast back to get to the police, when the police stop in particular, me or you.
Yeah.
As long as it's not me. Do your job as long as it's not me.
You know, that's a good slogan. I think the police should use that.
Home priority by a square miss. Okay?
Yeah. Making deliveries. Yeah.
And we ask them also concerning these times, please coordinate it with the community officer. He's on his way now. To avoid them coming doing deliveries in the peak hours.
Yeah, this is peak hours.
This is peak hours.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, of course, you know, like you say, the police can't be everywhere.
Can't be everywhere. Again, this is the community officer of Phillipsburg. Mr. Martes, welcome.
Steph, how are you doing?
I'm good. Mr. Andrew? We were just conversating about the situation in the front street, about the parking in particular. about the new phenomenon with the cones.
Yeah,
We
the
noticed that too.
cones, yeah.
The one cause the other effect.
We didn't even know that. Yeah.
The store owners also want to put on the cones to avoid the vehicles them to park in front of the stores, to disturb them from the flies and to walk also. So that's the situation actually. And also we have a situation with deliveries, where the guys can come any hours at a time, park on the sidewalk to deliver the stuff, Basically, and that we make an agreement with them between 8 to 10 o'clock in the morning. They could delivery, I go leave them park, delivery, park. You have to park in the parking space, yes. Deliver the stuff, and after that time, once we have 4 shifts in town, 4 and up, we close Phillipsburg for this kind of thing, just for the tourism to use. Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help also though that they have cars on the side of the vehicle because they come early and they park and they leave after.
Yeah, the most of the time when we see a car just is disturbing the free flow.
Yeah.
We check the number plate, we send it to the central, see if we can run it up, see who's the owner. The owner will call, tell the owner, please come with the vehicle. Then we get through the situation with the tow,
Yeah.
So that we try to use the least drastic measures first.
Yeah.
The least.
Yeah.
But then again, sooner or later, you reach the end of the rope, and we're about to reach the end of the rope, and we're about to tackle this a little forceful, showing them that we have to do this.
Yeah.
Because right now it seems that we don't have no control, and that is something community officers dealing with, communications dealing with, the police force is dealing with at the moment. I keep ahead repeating myself, be a good corporate citizen, let's get rid of this problem. If you don't need to be in Phillipsburg, then don't come. If you're coming, use the legal parking space that is designed for. Again, trying to tell you to move the cones, you got a cause and effect by, now you're going to get the fellas to come and park on the sidewalk again.
Move the cone is something serious, right? That's what I was security. You know, also the security, all of them are before now. When something happens, they won't call them. Also the security check them, you like the security breaks in. Put on things. Seriously? So security guard, just tell them, no, sir, you can't practice. And it will just be really good. You have a phone, you go, we can come inside. Inside here, one of the stores here, where we go. When the stores are no, it's all right. Are you good? Anyone? We can go inside.
Let's go.
We can come inside in a while.
We're going here? A minute?
Yep. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We good? We are just on a small news press concerning Front Street in particular, myself as a communication director and the community officer, with the parking situation that is a disaster on the sidewalk. So that is what we really dealing with the press now at the moment, trying to tell the population that we need to get this problem solved.
The parking is one, but if you look at the street, for elderly people, they're going to trip. They're constantly, it's very uneven. You see the cobblestone. That needs to be addressed because on a daily basis, people are tripping.
Yes. So, but again, the issue is the cars that are on sidewalk forces people on the road, and that's our main plight at the moment.
Yeah. So that needs to be addressed big time.
Yes.
But the bollards that we used to have were a great option.
Were a great option, but they decided to change it, so it was something that we are also dealing with at the moment.
Bollards would have been a great option.
It's been a great option.
Yeah.
Thanks again, eh?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
It's been enlightening, and I hope that the public pay attention and also refrain from. As we speak, look, there's a car right here.
Yeah, it is an issue that you try to deal with, and you know what's going to happen tomorrow. Somebody's going to put a cone there.
Yeah, and then it causes the ripple effect.
Yeah, ripple effect.
Yeah. Park where you're supposed to park, people. That is it for the late night show. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, until tomorrow, do have a safe and pleasant one. And of course, continue watching the late night show as we continue to bring you what is happening, what's not happening, and what is going to happen on the lovely island of St. Martin. Bye-bye.